Hey, welcome back. Oh, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us at the Nevada County Media Holiday Celebration. This is a night of giving, of thinking about community. I wish you in advance a Merry Christmas, a Happy Kwanzaa, a Happy Hanukkah. But the real point of this evening tonight is to raise some funds for 3 worthy organizations, and that's Hospice of the Foothills and Bear Yuba Land Trust, and of course our little known Nevada County Media. Now, the operators are standing by, but I'd like to turn it over to Stephanie, who will tell you how to donate. Stephanie?
Thanks, John. Tonight, we made it really simple for you to donate. Everything is so appreciated. So you can either call us on the phone at 530-272-8862, or you can go to our website and follow the link, nevadacountymedia.org. Thank you so much.
Stephanie, thank you so much. Hey, listen, quick question for you. Did you know that every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings? I saw a documentary about this. It was very touching, I gotta say. So, catch me, I'm making angels. Another way to make angels get their wings is by making the phone ring here. And Stephanie's ready to take your call. We would love to have you donate and help out these 3 organizations. To learn more about Hospice of the Foothills, let me turn it over to Vivian and Donna. Vivian, take it away.
Thanks, John. We love the opportunity to talk about Hospice of the Foothills, and we really appreciate being here tonight. We have the incredible opportunity to serve close to 500 families every year. And we, in these unprecedented times, is that an overused word or what? But in these unprecedented times, we found a way to be able to do this by recording it. We so wish we could be live, but if we can't be, this is the next best thing. A great way that we have found to tell our story and what Hospice of the Foothills does for folks at the end of life is through letters and through stories, so you can hear from the patients themselves. I'm Viv Tipton. I get to be the Executive Director at Hospice of the Foothills, and tonight sharing the stage with me is Donna Brown. She is our community liaison, and she's going to start us off with a letter from one of our patient families.
Thanks, Viv. Hi, John. It's good to be here today and be able to share some information and some heartfelt letters from our community. This was a letter from a family that I was able to know and actually assisted to get their mother onto our palliative care program, our Foothills Palliative Care Consultant program initially, and then the patient went on to our Hospice of the Foothills program. And so I will just go ahead and share this letter from the daughter, and I think that it expresses the heartfelt sentiment that many of our patients and families feel. This patient was on service with both of those palliative care and hospice care for almost 1.5 years. And the daughter describes the care that her mother received as truly outstanding. She says that with your help, our family was more easily able to travel waters we had not traveled before, especially me as my mom's primary caregiver. You all helped me develop more confidence and strength because each one of you came with knowledge, understanding, love, and patience. I believe my mom was able to relax more and be at peace with her circumstances. Our family will forever be in gratitude to Hospice of the Foothills for every service and every smiling face and every comforting voice. Thank you for treating my mom with the utmost kindness, dignity, and respect.
Thanks, Donna. We are so fortunate to get invited into so many homes at such a fragile and sacred time of their life and their journey. Another very well-known person in our community by the name of Bill Drown, who actually was one of our beginning board members, I think about 30 years ago. His wife was kind enough to share her journey and his journey with us as well. And so let's watch the video.
I'm Susan Drown, And I want to thank you very much for inviting me to share our journey with Hospice of the Foothills. My husband, Bill Willard N. Drown III, he liked to be called Bill, died on March 27th of esophageal cancer. He was 77 years old. He was an amazing man. He was fun, he was caring, he was opinionated, he was spontaneous, giving. He was a sportsman, he loved people, he loved his dog, he loved to talk. Everybody who knows him knows that he loved to talk. He loved me and he loved our family, and he wanted to make a difference. On a Monday in November last year, Bill had a procedure, a routine procedure. He'd been having some heartburn. And the next day, his doctor called and said, I think we need to refer you to an oncologist because the biopsies that I took were positive. So we went and met with Dr. Campbell at the Cancer Center. And after some tests, and we went back, we were there in the morning, we went back after lunch, and he said, plan has changed a little bit. You have stage 4 cancer, and it's spread to several of your organs, and there's not a whole lot we can do. You have some options. There's some treatments that maybe will help prolong a little bit, but it's not going to be pleasant. And Bill, at that point, said, I think I'll go fishing. He also said right at that moment, he said, I've had an amazing life. I don't have any regrets. He says, I have a few things I need to finish, so I think I'll just go fishing, and declined any long-term palliative procedures. We met with hospice about a week later and went to the office, and they explained the process, and they said, we're going to send someone out and they'll come and see you every week. And I have to tell you that we were fortunate to have 2 wonderful hospice nurses, and they truly are angels. They come in and they very gently explain to you, and they listen, and they interpret your feelings, and they observe, and they manage medication, and they sit there and you talk, and they never seem like they have to leave. It's like pretty soon you're like, gosh, you probably have other people to go see. So they say, okay, if we're done, then we'll go. And every week it was like that. And it's such a feeling of calm and compassion that they help you with. And they hospice recommended a social worker who was wonderful. And you think, I don't need a social worker. But she came and we sat and talked, and she, explored things that maybe I didn't even realize I had those fears. And it just helped knowing that someone was there. I have to say that hospice helped us together and apart, because with Bill's declining health, they were there. But with me, it was helping me understand that I couldn't fix it, that I had to worry about me too. And that's important. The grief counselors were awesome, and it's so helpful. You have no idea. Bill died 20 weeks after his diagnosis. The Tuesday after he died, I received a knock on the door, and there was a delivery of flowers. And they were from Bill. And evidently, one of the things that he needed to finish before he went was to make sure that I got flowers and a note that he had written to me. And I'm a lucky woman to have had him in my life. Thank you.
Wow. It was so heartfelt. Again, we're so grateful that this is what we get to do for our community, serve families such as the Drowns. Thanks, John, for allowing us to share that with the viewers.
Thank you so much, Vivian and Donna. And our second organization of the evening, Bear Yuba Land Trust, represented here by our wonderful hosts, Sean and Felicia. Take it away, Bear Yuba.
Hi, John. Thanks for having us at NC Media for the holiday party. I'm Sean Clark, Trails Coordinator for Bear Yuba Land Trust, and I work with volunteers in the community to plan and build trails and also maintain trails. We haven't been hosting a lot of volunteer days lately, but we're looking forward to getting back out there with you and working on our trails.
Thanks, Sean. And I'm Felicia Dunn. I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator for Bear Yuba Land Trust. A lot of my job with the organization consists with working with volunteers when we do have volunteer days, coordinating youth programs, and doing fun outreach events like this holiday celebration. So we just wanted to tell you a little bit about our organization and the work that we do in our community. So Bear Yuba Land Trust exists to protect and defend the natural and working lands of the Bear and Yuba River watersheds and to empower healthy, resilient communities through nature access and education. So our service region expands over 1,000 square miles all the way down from the Blue Oak Woodlands all the way up to the Grouse Ridge headwaters. So that pretty much spans almost all of Nevada County and some of Yuba County as well. And through our work and through your generous donations, we've conserved over 16,000 acres of land. And this land has historically been stewarded by the Nishanan tribe, and since then, Bear Yuba Land Trust has filled that role in stewarding the land. So here is a brief statement about the Nishanan.
Thank you, Felicia. We'd like to acknowledge that the Nisenan people are still here among us today, though nearly invisible. We understand that we are on Nisenan land that was never ceded, and the original tribal families have yet to recover from their near genocide. Bear Yuba Land Trust is proud to support the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe in efforts to stabilize their people, as well as their campaign to restore federal recognition. Now please enjoy this bird's eye view of one of our properties. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video of some of our properties, and the Land Trust is going to continue to work hard to save properties and steward the land.
Back to you, John.
Thank you so much, Sean and Felicia. Great to learn about Bear Yuba Land Trust. You know, the great thing about this holiday season is that it makes you feel, I don't know, wondrous, excited about all the possibilities of life, and donating, if you're not in the Christmas spirit, donating and giving to the community will really raise your spirits, I promise. It just feels good. And it brings back that sense of wonder perhaps we had as when we were children. And I was just thinking back, one of our traditions when I was a boy was every Christmas Eve we put out a plate of cookies for Santa. I think a lot of families do that. A lot of families, unlike mine, would put out milk or eggnog for Santa. My father was a firm believer that flying a sleigh in sub-zero temperature is hard on the bones, as it were. And so he always thought what Santa really wants is not milk or eggnog, but something to take the edge off. And so in the spirit, as it were, of my father, I'd like to put out a little plate for Santa Claus. Santa, this is here waiting for you. Just come on down, we'd love to see you. But in the meantime, let's learn a little more about Nevada County Media.
Since even the first day I was here, I could see that there was a lot of opportunity to do almost anything you want to do here.
When I came here, I spoke to Ramona about doing a show, a music show, The Musicians. And so now I'm here every month hosting a show called The Musicians. Of course, there's the interns and the people who are coming to learn from themselves. I mean, there's just such enthusiasm and as I say, you know, as being an older person, you know, you look down at people who are 50 years younger than you, who know so much more than you do about what you're doing. It's really helpful to you know, bring all these people together. It's nice to see.
But the media center is the eyes of the community. There's a lot of shooting going on out into the community. A lot of it's live streamed. All of it's in the archives. One of the highlights of being here is meeting the people that come here. I've met older people. I've met children who are talented, energetic, and happy to be a part of it. And that's pretty special.
All right, welcome back. Let's turn it over to our friends at Hospice, Vivian and Donna. All yours.
Thank you so much, John, for introducing us. You know, we really have had a lot of support from our community here during the COVID-19. Since, you know, we've started this COVID-19 journey, we have noticed that our community has supported us in many, many ways. One of the ways was when we needed protective equipment and we needed face masks, that the community came together and had delivered hand-sewn, decorated fabric face masks so that we could all be protected. The other way was through supporting people that are on lockdown and loneliness and not having the interaction and social interaction that we're all used to having. We put a request out and had many letters of encouragement and positivity that was provided by our community that we delivered and shared with not only our patients and families, but also with our staff. So I think that has all made a huge difference to support us along this way.
It has been amazing. Dinner Bell Farms has delivered every week different bouquets of flowers for both our staff and our patients. And Reese just recently to help bring a little bit of normalcy back into this incredibly bizarre time. As a thank you to our community that has done so much for us during this time, Ken Harden has offered to play a holiday seasonal favorite for us. Let's give it a listen.
Hi, I'm Ken Harden, and in normal circumstances, I'm the artistic director of In Concert Sierra here in Grass Valley, Nevada City. We're not normal circumstances right now, so I've been laid off for a few months, but we're looking forward to going back to work soon. But the reason I'm here today is my good friend Mary Ann Davis at Hospice of the Foothills asked if I would help with the fundraising effort for hospice. So I thought I'd share that I have had, in fairly recent past, 4 experiences with using the services of hospice for family members. And first of all, the concept of hospice is amazing, just in general. The experiences I've had have been in Arizona, in Eastern California, Bishop, California, and then twice here in Grass Valley. And every time it's been just such a boon to have that support and help with loved ones at that point in life. So I really express my gratitude to hospice and hope that you will consider supporting hospice today in this fundraising effort. So Mary Ann asked me to come and not just say a word, but also to play a little bit of holiday music as a diversion from what can otherwise be a grueling process of trying to raise money. So I'm going to play a few tunes here during the day, and we will first hear Jingle Bells, and this is an arrangement by a pianist I love named Dave Brubeck. So for the second number I'm going to play today, I'm going to go to one of the most beautiful pieces that we relate with the Christmas season, and that is the song, What Child Is This?, which is actually a set of lyrics for the Christmas season, but based on a very old folk song called Greensleeves, which is one of the oldest melodies extant in Western music. Just a beautiful, beautiful song. Everyone will recognize it. One of the things that's appealing about Greensleeves, and I think relates to what we're talking about today with hospice, is this sort of dichotomy in the Christmas story of the beauty and also the foreseeing the tragedy in that. And so there's this interplay of major and minor in the music in Greensleeves constantly. So again, I'm turning to the pianist composer Dave Brubeck for this arrangement, and I think he's done a beautiful job of taking that major-minor conflict in the song and extending it even to a little greater tension by using actually opposing tonalities in the beginning and towards the end of the piece. I think you'll hear what I'm talking about, so I'll stop talking about it and play it. This is What Child Is This?, arranged by Dave Brubeck.
So that music was beautiful. Thank you, Ken, for getting us into the holiday spirit. We were fortunate at Hospice of the Foothills to be able to take care of Ken's father, Paul, last year. And Julie has put together a video to share some of her hospice experience.
Good evening. My name is Julie Harden. For me, 2020 started out portentously with a pretty bad car accident. My car was broadsided, flipped upside down, and rolled. The good news is that nobody was seriously hurt. It shook me to the core, though. Then the global pandemic hit, and it's been nonstop craziness with economic changes, fires, power outages, all compounded with a lot of chaos that we've all experienced. Then in June, my brother-in-law died of cancer. Dave lived in Bishop, California, and we spent weeks with him during his end-of-life journey. Without the support of the nonprofit hospice care in their rural area, the journey would have been, to me, unbearable. Hospice showed us how to take care of Dave so he could spend his final weeks at home. They gave us, his family care team, the emotional support we needed, as well as the necessary training and equipment. Then in July, we came home to my husband Ken's father, Paul, who was dying. Paul was 101 years old and lived at Atria Senior Living. Atria staff suggested we get Paul into hospice care immediately. But his doctor was out of town, and his office told us to take Paul to emergency, as there would not be they didn't have a relief doctor available. That particular story gets worse, and I won't get into it, but I called Marianne Davis at Hospice of the Foothills, and she, along with a team at our local nonprofit hospice, jumped through hoops to get Paul into hospice care that day. What a tremendous relief to be able to spend the last days with our beloved father, with him at his bedside, instead of in despair and trying to find the right resources. The care he received was second to none, and we are so grateful. Then in August, totally unexpected, my mom, Joan, went into hospice care in Arizona following a couple of surgeries. Her heart was giving out. The nonprofit hospice there was terrific. My mom passed away on September 9th, and I had been led every step of the way by hospice workers, which seems like a gift. Again, I was able to focus on being with my mom at her bedside until she died. In this year of the pandemic, we are aware that without hospice, our brother and our dad and my mom would have all died alone in hospitals. Instead, we were fortunate to be with them, and the memories are indescribable. By the time I was dealing with my mom's death, I had gleaned so much experience that I was prepared for the care portion, but not the emotional. I'm still grieving, and I will plan to attend Hospice of the Foothills grief classes. Remember that car accident? Well, I still feel broadsided, upside down, and rolled. I currently serve on the board of trustees of our Hospice of the Foothills. I had a lot of information going in, but this year's firsthand experiences impressed upon me that hospice is not just for the patient, it's for the entire family and care team. Hospice offers palliative care, so if you or your loved one is in pain from a serious illness, call Hospice of the Foothills. I wish we had earlier. And lastly, I hope Hospice of the Foothills continues to be an asset in this community for generations to come. I want to rely on this incredible resource of what I see as heroic men and women who guide us through the end of life to be in my future. For these reasons and more, I'm going to continue supporting Hospice of the Foothills, and I hope you will too.
So as Julie mentioned in her video, even though she has been on our board of trustees for years, and her and Ken have supported Hospice of the Foothills for so many years, they had no idea of the depth of the care that Hospice of the Foothills is able to provide until it affected their personal family. Many times we hear people wish they had come on service sooner. They don't realize the different levels of care that we have. Here to share another letter, Donna's going to share with us another letter that tells a story from a family's perspective.
All right, thanks, Viv. As things calm down a bit, I have some time to write to you and thank you again for the amazing care, support, and authentic love you showed to my mother and me during her final journey. As a newcomer to the up-close and personal encounter of walking alongside someone who is dying, the experience is still rather surreal and all seems somehow like a dream to me. Thank you, Savinia, our primary nurse. The on-the-job training, understanding, and kindness you poured out to us was truly amazing. Our talks were a godsend for me, and I will always remember you and the role that you played in our lives. Thank you, Suzanne, who stepped in to provide bathing for Mom and taught me so much about how to handle the bedding, changing the linen, and the other valuable skills. Again, the conversations we had, we poured so much strength into me, which in turn allowed me to better care for my mother. Sorry, and Andrea, the nights I called so late in a state of panic, not knowing what to do or what I was dealing with. Thank you. You talked me down and kept my head on straight. If it wasn't for you, I may have imploded. Thank you, Chaplain Michael. The visit and time you spent with Mom, and then later the encouragement and prayers with me were a blessing. Thank you, Carol. You were the last volunteer to be present with us. As a chaplain, you brought just the right gifts. Your suggestions to pray the rosary were intuitive, timely, and such a gift from God Himself. In my mind and heart, those last moments for Mom were miraculous, in that just the right people were with her, doing and saying just the right things, as God took her into His arms and escorted her home. Michelle and the other intake and admission staff, thank you for guiding Mom and me along this difficult path. The cards that you sent, the beautiful plant were displayed fondly at my house, and you two will be forever engraved on my memory and in my heart. I will never forget each of you, and if by chance I have left anyone out of this letter of thanks, please know that your presence will always be a part of me. The folks behind the scenes that I have never met, thank you. The service that Hospice of the Foothills provides for families like mine is priceless. I don't know how you do it. It must be a gift that is rooted deeply inside of you. That was a wonderful letter of appreciation, and we do walk people and families through the journey with their loved one.
That's the work we get to do, John.
Thank you so much, Vivian and Donna. Hey, before we get to our next guest, let's talk about Noel. Did you know there's Noel in Christmas? For that matter, there's Noel in Kwanzaa, there's Noel in Hanukkah. However, there is an L in Wigglebottom, which our next guest will tell us all about. Here's a penny for your thoughts.
Check. Checked twice. Checked once. Checked twice. Santa's secretary's job is never done, and everybody thinks Santa does the list checking. Goodness heavens me, it's a long list today. Oh, John, hi. Yes, I'm very busy, very busy. It's nice to see you again, but boy, do I have a lot of names to get through on this list. I've got to check them all and then check them twice, and so many have been nice this year. The Cadence has been nice. She's been very good. Charlotte's been very good. Talia has been very good. And Rodney Wigglebottom on the naughty list again. I wonder if he knows that we're not giving out coal anymore. You know, we can't afford coal up here at the North Pole. It's reindeer poop now. Boy, is he gonna be surprised. Amala's been very nice. Alyssa's been very nice. She gets 2 checks. Someone's calling. North Pole. Why, yes, Nevada County Media does offer classes. Yes, we have classes in pre-production, post-production, filmmaking, editing, everything you could want to know about movie making. Yes. Oh, we do have a website. Yes, it's nevadacountymedia.org. Yes, we do have a video. Would you like to watch it now? Okay, here you go.
Penny, thank you so much. Oh, before we move on, ladies and gentlemen, don't adjust your set. Her hair really is that color of green. Next up, we have an outstanding performer. Frankie, why don't you take it away, please?
Frost on the trees.
Frankie, thank you so much. Isn't she talented? Gosh, it's fun to listen to her music. Remember, the night tonight is all about giving to 3 worthy local organizations. You can do so by calling 530-272-8862, or you can donate online at nevadacountymedia.org. Remember, the organizations in question are Nevada County Media, Hospice of the Foothills, and of course, Bear Yuba Land Trust. And while most of the money will be going to me, we will set aside some money for these other organizations. I'd like to turn it over to Sean and Felicia, who have some great, I think you guys have some great music for us.
Thank you so much, John. And now, please enjoy this song by singer-songwriter and longtime Nevada City resident, Obo Martin. And while you're enjoying the music, be sure to donate using the link below.
Hi there, I'm Obo Martin, and this song's called Piggy and Pony. Piggy and a pony, they've been homies ever since they were small. They the best of barnyard cronies, thick and thin, they've been through it all. And Piggy got these squeaky little songs that he likes to sing, while Pony does the cha-cha, does the foxtrot and Arabian swing. Well, they took it to the county fair, and to everybody's surprise, well, their little song and dance came home with the blue ribbon prize. Oh my, my. Piggy and Pony, Piggy and Pony, and they the best of friends and barnyard cronies. Piggy and Pony, Piggy and Pony, they the best of friends and old school homies. Well, Piggy got a squiggly little tail and a southern drawl. Ah, he's a oinky little boinking kinky piggy from them trickling falls. They were over in the clover, they were rolling in the mushrooms of the straw, when the farmer caught him cuddling and he put them both in separate stalls. Oh no, no. Now there's a pony and he's lonely, because he's missing his piggy buddy. Now there's a pony and he's lonely, because he's missing his piggy buddy. Yeah, but Piggy found a twiggy and he figured out a piggy the lock, and with the wiggle and a gallop they sauntered down to Hickory Dock. Well, the gossip made the papers and the headlines was right at the top. The whole farm in alarm said the skipping and a hopping's gotta stop. A piggy and pony, Piggy and Pony, and they the best of friends and old school homies. Piggy and Pony, Piggy and Pony, and they the best of friends and barnyard cronies. Well, the pastor said the pasture ain't no place for this kind of bromance, and he said he's gonna castrate if they didn't end their song and dance. And now they're running from the law and depressing, they be pressing their chance. 2 barnyard boys on the run, how would you look at them dance? Come on, Piggy. Piggy and Pony, Piggy and Pony, and they the best of friends and old school homies. A Piggy and Pony, Piggy and Pony, and they the best of friends and barnyard cronies. Go on, Piggy, go on, Pony. Run, boys, run.
Wow, that was some amazing music.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Back to you, John.
Sean, Felicia, thank you so much. Obo, thank you as well. Gotta say, I was a little surprised that Obo actually plays the guitar. I thought he'd be more of a woodwind type, but go figure. Hey, listen, Penny's going to introduce us to a very unusual recipe, which reminds me, Nevada County Media has some great shows, including a cooking show, Let's Get Cooking. We've got the musicians, we've got Nevada County Now. It's such a great resource for this community. And to learn more about it, Penny, take it away.
Oh, this smells delicious. Santa's gonna love it. It's his favorite roast beef. Now I just need to add the garnish. Oh, John, hi, I didn't see you there. Yes, I'm just finishing up Santa's roast beast. It's golden and brown, just the way he likes it, but I need to add the garnish. Do you know what Santa's favorite garnish is? He likes to garnish his roast beef with candy canes. Of course, I'm gonna add the candy canes. Oh, he's gonna love this. Oh, there's one, there's another one, and oh dear, I only have one more candy cane. That is not enough candy canes. Santa will not be happy. Let's see, I think I can, yes. I can make my candy canes stretch a little bit. I always like to stretch things when I'm making dinner for lots of big eaters. There we go. Oh, that looks delicious. Oh, excuse me. North Pole. Yes, Penny speaking, Santa's secretary. Why, yes, Nevada County Media does offer memberships. Yes, you can use our production bays, you can have access to our production staff and crew, and you can even use sets just like this to make your own productions. Yes, we do have a website. That's nevadacountymedia.org. There is a video about it. Would you like to see it? Wonderful. I'll hang up now. You watch that video. Bye.
Did you know Nevada County Media has memberships? We have memberships for all creative types, filmmakers, musicians, artists, and you can become a part of that. Even nonprofits and businesses can become a part of the wonderful creative hub. Check out this video.
Penny, thank you so much. Very interesting recipe, as I said. Didn't know a lot of people use candy canes in their Christmas dinners, but who am I to judge? Again, getting back to the spirit of Christmas, feeling youthful and young again, feeling that wondrous sense of excitement. Maybe reindeer really do know how to fly. You know, it takes a village to raise a child. It apparently also takes a village to read The Night Before Christmas, which is what we're going to see right now. Take it away.
"'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter and threw up the sash.
The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a minute, must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
He was dressed in all fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow.
The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, and right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself.
A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere they drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
And to all a good night. What a great poem that is. You know what would make this a really great night? You donating to one of these wonderful organizations. Phone number to call, 530-272-8862. Of course, you can also donate online, NevadaCountyMedia.org, and we'll make sure the money gets distributed correctly. But enough about that. Let's turn over to hospice and our friends Vivian and Donna. Ladies?
Thanks, John. You know, many people don't know that you can actually graduate off of hospice care, and here to share her story with her and her mom is Suzanne Voter.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Voter, and I've been a business owner and a strong supporter of Nevada County for many years, and so is my mom. My mom has lived here for a number of years as well. Well, about 5 years ago, she was diagnosed with dementia. Since then, she's been in a care facility. It's been a rough go. Been a rough go for all of us. My mom has been uncomfortable and anxious and not understanding what's going on. And about 2 years ago, last November, we really thought we were going to lose her. She was going through a number of issues and problems, and just, it was time to call in hospice, we thought. We thought she was going to go from us. We thought we were going to lose her. Well, Hospice of the Foothills came in. They assessed the situation, her medication, her anxiety level, what's happening with her, and we really wanted them to just make her comfortable, get us all through this process in the best possible way. Well, through this process, they regulated her medication, they looked at her anxiety level and what needed to be done, and she graduated. She graduated a few months later in the spring, and we didn't even know that was something that actually happened. Well, it did, and since then, she has gotten better. You know, she's happier, she's more regulated in her medication and in her anxiety levels and what she's doing in her life, and we all feel better, she feels better. And I think the bottom line is, if this happens again, or maybe I should say, when that happened, I wish I would have known to bring in hospice sooner. Hospice is not the end of life. I found that, especially with the people we worked with, Hospice of the Foothills, that they were there to help just assess the situation and assess what her needs are to keep her comfortable in her daily life. And I would suggest that we do that sooner next time than later, because it's made a big difference in our family. And, you know, she's doing well. She could live forever now. I don't know. We don't know. But at least she's comfortable. And I'm glad I brought in Hospice of the Foothills.
We were so grateful to be able to help Suzanne and her mother through their journey, and we wish them just the very best. And you know, Donna, I'd love for you to share a little bit with folks about how you do what you do.
Yeah, we get asked that question a lot. How do we do what we do? And we have patients and families that say, I could never do what you do, but they do. They're able to provide that care and support to their loved ones. You know, with our clinical team and with our support of our spiritual and our social workers and our hospice aides and our volunteers, we are able to bring our expertise in supporting patients and families through the dying process. And we bring the family into that by educating them and giving them the confidence, and also allowing them to have the emotional time also to process and understand what's happening and grieve for the loss that they're experiencing. And that is really special, and it's really special to be able to be present and support people and their families in those moments. We have patients and families that I meet at the hospital that I'm explaining how hospice services will support them, that I can see what happens in the time that I actually educate them and tell them all the wonderful services that we're going to be able to provide, that they actually calm down and understand that they will be supported during this and that they will be able to provide what is necessary. So bringing comfort, reducing fears, and making sure that symptoms are well managed, you know, expertly done. You know, we're experts at what we do, and we're really happy to be able to do that for our community here at Hospice of the Foothills.
It is a gift. And I'm going to read another letter here from a husband of one of our patients. On behalf of my wife and me, I send my deepest heartfelt thanks to everyone associated with Hospice of the Foothills. For 9 months, hospice provided my wife and me wonderful supportive care, informative advice, and valued suggestions when needed. Without the support of Hospice of the Foothills, I dread to think how, as a full-time caregiver to my wife, I could have endured some of the challenges we were to face during the final months of our journey. She passed away in the morning of July 14th, 2020, holding hands with her 2 daughters and I. Her 6-year struggle with Lewy body dementia had come to a peaceful end. My thanks go out to all the hospice nurses who came to our aid when needed. I particularly want to express my gratitude to Stacy, who so attentively took care of us, to Lisa, our social worker, who was there for us if needed, and to Lori, the volunteer who graciously gave of her time so that I might have a few hours a week for some much needed respite. I can sum up my experience with Hospice of the Foothills in 2 words: compassionate caring. I very much appreciate all that your organization has done for us. And I can tell you from my position at Hospice of the Foothills, that is why I love and I get to do what I do. Thanks, John.
Hey, we've just come out of this bruising political campaign. I don't know about you, but I was asked a few questions by the Gallup poll. But what kind of questions would they ask from the North Pole? I don't know. Ask Penny, she knows.
Where is it? I have looked everywhere. This is the last box I've looked in. No. No. Oh dear. No. Definitely no. Oh my goodness, if I don't find it, there is going to be trouble. Oh, hi, John. I didn't see you there. I am trying to find the North Pole. Exactly. What are we supposed to do at the North Pole without a North Pole? That's definitely not it. I think, oh dear. Just as I suspected, and Santa tried to hide it in this box, hide the evidence. Santa loves candy canes, I think you already know that, and he's always eating our North Pole. And look, this is all that's left. Oh, Santa. Gonna have to make a new one. Well, here goes. I've got my special magic stocking. I'll take a little white. Get in there, you. And a little red. And oh, we have to add some North Pole snow. I've got that right here. Oh, I hope this works or we're gonna be in big trouble up here at the North Pole. There, I hope that's enough. Okay, well, I'll use the old North Pole to sort of stir things together here. I'm glad he left me something to work with. Okay, Santa. Oh dear. Oh, there it is. Okay, Santa. We've got you covered. There it is. Whew. Oh, there we go. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. Oh. Come on. It's like pulling out a loose tooth. Woof. Ah, North Pole has a North Pole now. Goodness, we'll just put this right here. I was about to lose my druthers. Oh, North Pole. This is Penny speaking, Santa's secretary. Why, yes, Nevada County Media does offer internships. Yes, for kids 15 to 115. You know, Santa's 115 and he just got his internship started this month. Yes, they can come in and be part of the crew and basically learn everything hands-on. We do have a website. NevadaCountyMedia.org.
All right, Penny. The North Pole's missing. Where do you look for it? I don't know. Did you ever think of Poland? A lot of poles in Poland, I bet. You know, my dog's really good at finding poles. And when the train ran over his tail, you know what he said? He said, well, it won't be long now. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see what Bear Yuba has for us. Sean and Felicia.
Thank you, John. Here's another song from Obo Martin. And he's also going to share a few words about Forever Farms.
Hello there, thank you for having me. My name is Obo Martin, and I'm so grateful to be here. I want to thank the Bear Yuba Land Trust for their work with Forever Farms and the recent acquisition of Mountain Bounty, one of my favorite little farms on Birchville, for keeping sustainable agriculture in our community alive and vibrant. And it's amazing work that they're doing, and I have a few songs I'd like to sing you. Thanks so much for having me. This song is called Time on Earth. Well, the monkey told my mama, we are here for your son. We believe he is a lineage, and he is the chosen one. They presented me with artifacts, and as I chose the right one, he pulled me in closer. He said, listen to me, son. Oh, baby Bodhisattva, your mission is grand. You must remain till everyone in the whole place understands that love is all that matters, and all this matters made of love. Our baby Bodhisattva sent here from above. If you get this right, and this may not be our first time on earth, time on earth, but it could be your last. This may not be our first time on earth, but it could be your last. Confetti fell from buildings, there were parties in the streets, celebrating Earth's destiny before we even took our seats. I was waving from the rocket to my family down below, saying, Houston, oh Houston, we're ready to go. My helmet is secure and all my buckles are clasped, and as they ignited those engines in that fiery blast, I thought to myself, 3, 2, 1, this may not be my first. We have liftoff. Time on Earth, do you read us? Time on Earth, I hear you. What do you see? But it could be your last. It's so beautiful. This may not be our first. It's so beautiful. Time on Earth, there's no borders. They're lying to us, man. Time on Earth, we're just one big family. It's so beautiful, but it could be your last. You're breaking up. Well, maybe I've been crazy, lazy, careless and crass, but I pray there may be symmetry in the ripples of my splash, and that I may be pardoned for all the spiders that I smashed, and end up like a Jane who will not break a blade of grass, and see the light of life in vibration in all these colors making sounds, cymatic frequencies, synesthesia astounds. And I have found it profound to be finally lost at last, fingering a ring that's ringing around a rim of crystal glass. And the bliss in this is visceral, and it's syncretically cast, as I sing it from the speakers, man, and let your guitar blast. 'Cause this may not be your first. Oh, this may not be my first. Time on Earth, time on Earth, but it could be my last. I wish you could have seen Yosemite before it all burned down to ash. I wish you could have seen the deep blue sea before we filled it up with trash. We've been using it up, losing our minds, abusing the one thing that was keeping us alive. It's time to rise against our oppressors, mask or no mask, put aside our differences and oust the upper class. It's time to whoop some. Well, this may not be our first time on Earth. Time on Earth, but it could be our last. Well, this may not be our time on Earth. Time on Earth, but it could be our last. This may not be our first.
I hope you all enjoyed that song by Obo Martin and learned a little bit about the Forever Farms campaign.
Thank you, Sean. And again, I'm Felicia. You're here with Bear Yuba Land Trust. And thank you so much for tuning in with us and NC Media for this holiday celebration. I hope you learned a little bit more about the work we do in this community. Again, your donations are greatly appreciated and they really do help the work that we are able to achieve. So be sure to donate using the link below, and thanks again, John, for hosting us.
Sean, Felicia, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this evening, and fingers crossed it'll be a profitable evening for all of our organizations. You know, we also have some musicians here at Nevada County Media, and I'd like to turn it over, if I may, to Ellen Johnson, quite talented jazz vocalist.
Christmas carols and angels in the snow. But here in this dark room, there's no place I can go. Just a sliver of moon from the crack in the wall. On the porch, and that's all. There's a light from the porch, but that's all. Ooh, oh, stars are shining on holiday trees, but I'm stuck in my gloom, so there's no gifts for me. Just a sliver of moon from the crack in the wall, and a light from the porch, but that's all. There's a light on the porch, but that's all. Winter is bleak, yet snowflakes so unique, each one revealing its own special charm. If someone looks deeply, maybe they could see me, so I won't be alone anymore. Lovers kissing and children at play, but I'm wrapped in my grieving for another day. But there's a sliver of sun from the blinds in the hall, and a light from the porch, but that's all. There's a light from the porch, a light from the porch. There's a light from the porch, but that's all. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faith faithful friends who are dear to us gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star above the highest bough and have yourself a merry little Christmas. You gotta have a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Isn't it amazing how much musical talent we have here in Nevada County? Ellen, thank you very much. That was just beautiful music. Let me turn it over to Vivian and Donna again, who I think have some more great music for us. Vivian, Donna?
You know, thanks, John. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about COVID-19 and what it has meant for us at Hospice of the Foothills, and by extension, our entire community. For us at Hospice of the Foothills, it has changed how we interact with our families, how we interact with each other. We have gone from an agency that connects in the morning in person to an agency that primarily works from home, struggling with different challenges with technology so that we can do telemedicine, challenged with getting PPE and finding to locate it, let alone pay for it, when everybody knows that the prices have gone through the roof. We have met each and every challenge, I believe, like a champ. We have continued to meet our mission of providing compassionate care for our patients, our families, and our community each and every time, even though that has changed sometimes from week to week, how we're able to do that. Our clinicians and our social workers and aides, our administrative staff continually look for ways to connect and lift themselves and their patients up. And our community has stepped up each and every time. It has been a privilege. It is a privilege to work together during this time, and it's a trying time. And I'd like to head into Ken and have Ken share another song with us, because that's something else that's still with us, right? Music still connects us all, COVID or not.
So for my third and last song, I'm going to turn to something that I think is really uplifting for the holiday season, a song that we all look forward to hearing. We hear it many times in the grocery store, in the post office, almost anywhere you go. Sometimes you hear some really great arrangements of it. Sometimes they're okay, but a great song, Sleigh Ride by Leroy Anderson. And just a comment about this arrangement, I tend to not want to do things that are just kind of standard off-the-shelf arrangements. So this one really is way off, not off the shelf. So those of you that are musicians might kind of listen to this and go, what in the world is he doing? And the reason that it'll sound a little bit wacky is that typically any song like this holiday song is going to be in 4/4 time. This one is in 7/8 time, which means it's going to sound like it has a hitch in its get along every time you go by. So you're going to hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, all the time, all the way through the piece. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can try to follow that through, or you can just sit back and enjoy a really fun and interesting and engaging arrangement of Sleigh Ride by Leroy Anderson. Here we go.
Yes, what a great opportunity this has been for us to be here today and share some of the wonderful letters and information about Hospice of the Foothills. We want to thank Ramona and Nevada County Media for allowing us this opportunity. And it has been a trying year, and so we appreciate having this community spirit behind us. And thank you very much. Back to you, John.
Vivian and Donna, thank you. Thank you, Hospice of the Foothills, for everything you do. We're very lucky to have you in this community. Oh, will you look at that? It's a Christmas miracle. Meant to be to end our holiday celebration. Thank you one and all. I wish you a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, and may the joy of giving fill you in 2021. I'll see you next year, same time. Bye-bye.
You're still here? What are you doing here? It's over. Go on, go home. Merry Christmas.